All right. Oh God, here goes. Right, as soon as I turn on the microphone, the dogs are gonna start doing karaoke. It's crazy. They got a whole band set up in there, flipping their bowls and howling and stuff. As soon as I turn on the mic, they start flipping their bowls. Anyway, can y'all hear me pretty good? Everything coming in all right? Can you hear the bowls flipping? Well, I don't. I mean, it doesn't look like there's really anybody. I mean, I know I've just had it kind of live for a while. Just shared the link early, to make sure whoever had the chance to access it or whatever. Man, I got so much. I wish. Um, I wish that y'all could just hang out with me for like 2 hours. I mean, that's a long time, I know it's not gonna happen. I mean, at least not right now. But man, I could just literally talk y'all's heads off right now with as much as going on just in the markets in general. I mean, it's absolutely crazy to me. And like this week alone, what I found, uh, I mean, just truly like baffling. I mean, it was mind blown. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I mean, stuff I look at least once a week, and just now seeing that, damn, there's some like serious correlation going on, but it's going on differently now. It seems so there's not really a lot of history as to what I'm seeing. There is, but like the inverse of it. And it got me wondering, and I was like, did I just stumble across something that is like kind of unheard of? Like, am I the first one to see this? Like, surely I'm not. It's used a lot in the crypto market. I'll say that, and I'm not gonna give it away just yet. But it's used a lot in the crypto market. But I personally have never heard it referred to, in relation to the stock market, and it just something caught my eye when I was looking at it for the crypto market. So I flipped over to the TLSS chart, and I was like, "You got, goddamn, that's the same thing." And I was like, "Well, okay, maybe coincidence. It did it one time. I mean, I don't believe it coincidence, but okay, so it did it one time. Uh, let's see if I can get it. Let's see if I can find it at least like 3 or 4 times. If I can do that, then maybe that's some sort of trend. Well, shoot, it's all over the place. Um, it kind of goes back to, and I hope I don't butcher the name, boss man. I say Arity when I talk about you. I hope that's at least close. Anyway, so he likes to not argue, but just present the fact that it kind of gets caught onto. So RSI isn't as strong today as it was 10 years ago because everybody knows about RSI. Well, I don't really trade RSI until this week. Um, More on that later. I haven't even mentioned this yet. So, um, I'm starting to see the inverse of this correlation, and maybe that's the market catching on to the widespread participation of that analysis, right? And maybe this is its way of trying to combat that. And it's kind of early, which I'll show you, uh, in its presentation of the chart. I caught it kind of early, if it's actually even going to be anything, and it could truly just really be a time period coincidence. I won't rule that out completely yet. Um, there'll be a couple things I'll be watching for to see. Well, I also want to kind of just talk about what's going on with TLSS. Like, why is this taking so long? Uh, why? Like so. All right. So I thought .016 today. It's a timing thing. I mean, it's I claim it all the time. It's now there's been times where I've gotten lucky. I mean, quite a few times to be honest, where I've gotten lucky and fairly closely timed the top or the bottom. Well, there's also times where I was way off, and I'm not way off on this one. So it didn't come today, but it was a market sell-off day, and this correlation that I found uh, will show you why there was a sell-off today. So that sell-off prevented TLSS from reaching that level. I mean, I was expecting at minimum 0155. I'm really hoping it closes there today, like 0155, 0155, 0155, 0155. I still have a pretty good gut feeling that it 0152 to 0155 for the close today, just based off of this correlation. But it all just depends on the timing of that chart. And I timed a wave about perfectly compared to, me finding it, logging into Reddit, getting to the daily thread and posting the comment. So 3 minutes before I post a comment, I find it, and you'll see where that comes in as far as the waves go. So I mean, but evidently that was just like a microwave within like a minor wave type of thing. Uh, I want to do something I haven't done on this channel. I don't know if it's something I'll continue to do or even do often. BC Backer is my dude. All right, so I was interested in technical analysis. Everything was so boring. I mean, I couldn't sit through the videos because it was charts from 3 years ago on a security that I never participated in. So what excitement is there for me? I mean, it's boring to just listen to technical analysis unless you're actually involved with it, whether it be an investment or whether trying to learn, whatever the case may be. So, I kind of lost my train of thought there. I don't even know where I was, man. I don't know what goes through my head sometimes. I try to make sure to keep up with what I want to say and then forget what I'm talking about. Um, I'm sure if I left off on an important part, it'll come back to me. Real quick, that that bet between me and JB, I hated it. All right, so I originally made that. I just want to clear the air on that. Like I originally made the bet with. I can't remember the username. I originally made the bet with him because I had noticed in the past like some like snide comments. Um, it didn't bother me, but he or she it was just one that would just kind of make them snide comments. So when he was so adamant that my target wasn't going to hit and it was actually going to do this, that's why I offered a friendly wager. And I was thinking about asking like Arity or JB or Milner, one of them, if we could just do some funny little what you call it, on the side of our names. Anyways, so just something fun like that would have been the way. It was just like a fun, just something to just be involved with, But it turned monetary very fast, which is a typical bet, and I didn't really want to do that because I knew that that target was going to hit, and I felt bad for the anybody that was going to bet against me. And it sounded cocky of me after I reread it, and I probably shouldn't have even put that on there. But one of the comments I had made to him was, "I don't care how much you want to transfer me. Dot dot dot." It, then JB, like, that's my dude. JB is awesome, and me and him's been talking about, weird coincidence. My Orty Boy username, and he owns this Orty.com domain, right? So he just reached out to me and was like, "Hey man, I've had this on the market. If you're interested in it, so on and so forth." We talked about it 2 or 3 times. I told him I wasn't quite ready for it, but it was something I was interested in. And then he made this bet, and I felt so bad. I'm like, oh my god, he's about to give me this site. I didn't want it to be him. Why couldn't it have been like, oh, what's that one freaking TA guy that came on for a second or two, changed our entire sub? Why couldn't it have been somebody like him? JB, man. But it's so cool because, and I've kept him kind of up to date as I've messed with it. I haven't done a lot to it, but I just wanted to kind of present it to y'all and let y'all know that it's here. I've set up, just a little bit about the site, a couple of links. Unfortunately, no sites that I've found you can connect a Reddit user to. And that kind of blows my mind because it's a URL just like a Twitter or a YouTube. If y'all know why that is, please comment and let me know. And also, while I'm on that, man, while y'all are here, please subscribe and like this live chat. I'm trying to give y'all a bunch of energy. I'm super excited of all the things that I found. It gives me so much more confidence in where the market's going. 2021 will be, when we look back on it, a good year. I'm not going to claim it's going to be a great year, fantastic year, but it was a volatile year. This is 2025. We're looking back. So 2012, it was a volatile year, but it was a good year. We profited. That's how 2021 is going to be. Now, 2022, on the other hand, I feel like come March 2022, I'm probably going to just be very limitedly invested. I'm going to stay fully invested in the ones that I am long-term in, but I won't gamble so much. Like, it's just been a boring time. The chart's been so flat and everything. So to give myself some entertainment, I've traded some options. I've increased my crypto portfolio. Obviously increased my TLSS portfolio, like phenomenally fold. That's not a word, but a lot. So I've done a lot down here at this range just to kind of keep myself entertained. But so here's a little bit about it. I'm actually going to put some courses on here. I've got some really, really, really cool ideas. I think y'all would really like it. I'm going to price it super well to where anybody could participate. And it's the only reason it's an enrolling type thing is as a way for me to get the appreciation of the effort. Right. And that's all I'm even going to charge for, is just the appreciation of the effort, not the so-called labor that goes into it and all that kind of stuff. Because I really want to just give this information away, but I want to have people subscribe to me. I want to use this site and give y'all like weekly newsletters, whatever it is. So, but I got this other, current videos, and I got a live chart embedded on here. You can change the ticker, time frame, there's indicators and all that kind of stuff, and then this is going to be where my courses are all laid out, and then my contact information. If you want to hit me up like by email if you have a specific question or whatever it is, and also I'm looking for 5 people. I've got this new indicator that I'm using for day trading. Okay, so I need 5 people that are familiar enough with at least just the basics of TA. Like, if you understand support and resistances, if you understand trends. Like that's really good enough. Um, we can do like a little private video thing, and I'll kind of explain the uh indicator to you. And if you would just use it for 2 to 4 weeks, and then just come to my site and oh dang man, you know what I'm saying? Like leave a whatever about the indicator. What's the word I'm looking for? Um, just say like how it worked for you, maybe your profit levels, or maybe your loss levels, or whatever it is. But if you could leave like feedback, if you could just like leave some feedback on my site, I mean, I'll if I need to add a section for that. I've never even came close to even building a site before. This is my first time. It's like, whoo, it's a lot, And man, I've been working on this logo. Super cool logo, I think. Kind of changed it up, and I just want to give my channel some personality. I want to give my voice some personality. Being able to do it during the day, you can see how much louder and excited I can be. Luckily, right now there ain't no background noise. I don't know if that'll last the whole video. I'm fixing to go through some TA. I just don't really have that much because my work was trying to trap me today, and I wasn't able to prepare that much. So instead, I'm just gonna gift y'all things that will benefit you. Really anywhere in the market, once you learn how to use them and understand what they are. Um, so that's kind of what this live stream is going to be about. And then I'm going to answer some of these questions and yeah, kind of go from there. What time? Oh crap! What time is it? 2:45. Yeah, let's look at the chart. So let's see if we're gonna get that 0155. Like I was really kind of hoping for 016, and I'm fixing to show y'all. But I just want to kind of look at the chart. We're getting kind of close to the end of the day. When we get close to the end of the day, because I don't study it, I don't put anything on the chart. 1 hour time frame is the lowest time frame that I use to put any kind of drawings on the chart. So if I'm putting a support line, resistance line, channels, GAN fans, pitch fans, Fibonacci, so on and so forth, I'm doing that on a minimum of a 1 hour time frame. Now I may analyze my entry and exit points down to 5 minutes, but 1 hour is where I put my tools. Indicators don't matter because they adjust by the time frame. So now it's getting close to the end of the day, so I'm just going to kind of start breaking it in and see if I can see any kind of trend. But really, it's just a barcode movement going on right now. It's kind of, I've hated being, look at that. It might go up. If we can 0152 to 0153 to 0154, each one of them millionths of a penny. So we might get a little break. We might get that 0153 close or something like that, which would be like, let's look on the weekly chart. Well, let's look on the daily first. The daily chart, oops, right clicking. This mouse is way too small. My hands like just swallows it. But daily chart, I mean, that's looking pretty good. Off of this, just kind of knowing kind of how structures play out. I would kind of expect maybe a little pop up. It may go all the way up to 016 by say maybe like Wednesday or something. And I'm not trying to guesstimate the time. I'm just trying to show you how I like look at the chart and kind of get an idea of what I may expect. And then if that fails, then I just kind of go in and analyze why it did, and then that makes me better as I continue through. So that's the only reason I ever even put a time frame on it. One day, my goal is to be able to time it, and there is a way. There's too many people. Brenda, what? I can't even remember her name. I mean, too many people. I can't get into this live stream. Well, we'll call out on Twitter or on media or whatever, like, hey, if you want to just go ahead and take, if you want to go ahead and take some profits, then don't feel bad about doing that. And then all of a sudden you have a 60% dump on your head. I mean, come on, like a bar later, really? There's a way to time it, and I will find out what it is. So daily looks really good. I really like that. I mean, that would be, as of right now, uh, that would be the highest since, well, where did that close at actually? Nope. That would be the highest since July 2nd was a 0153 close. That's 2-week trend, or 2-week resistance, bro. I mean, if we close up 0152, 0153, and I would be super happy with that. Really would like 0155, 0156 would be extreme. I don't want it to just jump up there. Just what I was seeing, kind of made me think that, and I really, there'll probably be a wick up to it next week. Whether that even registers on the minute chart, it's so fast. I mean, I don't know, but I would guesstimate there would be a wick up to 0.016 next week at minimum. Weekly chart, let me already can get over there to that. Kind of running out of time on this one. Looking good, man. Yeah, see 2-week trend broken. Only 2 weeks has closed above the level that we're at now since the 10th of May. That's over 2 months. If we close this level, only 2 weeks have closed above this in 2 months. That's pretty good. Do expect a dip. There's too much wick down here. There's not enough body. I feel that these wicks will get filled. And then new wicks will be formed. Where those new wicks go, I'm unsure. But I do feel that these wicks at some point in the chart will be filled with body. So, before we go up. If not, then it's going to be a short-lived ride up. Just kind of like this one was. We didn't V here. Next resistance level, round it off. If we don't V here, we'll break this resistance probably, but this resistance is going to keep us here. Well, that's only 2.5 cents. Shit, I want to get past that. Yeah, weekly looks good. Let's stay above 015. That would be fantastic. So we still got 9 minutes. Let me just show you. All right, so a big event for Bitcoin happened Sunday, right? Like 19,000 Bitcoin or whatever it is being released. Some however many millions of dollars worth of money that is. A lot of people think that that's a negative event. Well, the majority think it's a negative event. How many times has the majority been correct? There's a reason that retail traders always lose. It's because they're not right. Now that they're all betting it's going to be a bearish event, I'm all in. It's going to be bullish as hell. Everybody was euphoric and everything was going to the moon in January and February. Everything. They weren't even stopping at the moon. They was going to discover a whole new solar system. And then it dumped on them. Well, now we're at the bottom and, well, it's just going to get worse. Like, come on, man. Everybody's mood is negative. Everybody's saying this news is going to be negative. Well, that's the time to get bullish. That's time to load up. It's time to buckle up. If it takes a few weeks, it takes a few weeks. Who cares? You know it's going to happen. It's a safe bet, and you just ride it out. Not necessarily this chart. Not necessarily you in particular. It's just one. You can just realize it. Go against everybody else. as hard as it is to do. You know, you know how hard it would be to sell right there? It would be so hard. You know how many people are afraid to buy down here? You know, how many of you listening to me right now bought, let me turn it to the 4-hour chart, okay? How many of you listening to me right now? Where are we at here? Bought into this. How many of you listening to me right now bought into this? Did the same people purchase any right here? I mean, I did. I bought some here. Let me show you. I bought some there. I bought some there. I bought some. Oh, yeah. So I bought some there. I bought some here. I bought some here. I didn't buy any there. I didn't buy any there. Do you think, people that's been around as long as I have, when this happened at the end of the year, how many of you bought this wave? How many of you bought this wave? How many of you bought in for the first time up here? Is that a better buy than when everybody's terrified, it's going to the ground, it's going bankrupt, you get out of here, their trucks are Fred Flintstone in? Was that the better buy, or is that the better buy? Just change your mindset, That's it. That's all I'm telling you. Just what everybody is doing, you do the exact opposite, and you win. Not every single time. In the end, you've won. When you make a bad trade, you know what? Like, you don't think about that trade no more. You only think about the next one. That's it. It would be, honestly, very easy to make 4 to 8% per day, every day, per trade. Okay, so think about that. Let's just average it to 6%. So I think as a day trader, knowledge or not, with the right indicators and the right know-how to use them, you can make 6% a day trading. See, here goes the dogs. They done distracted me. Every per trade. Now, what if you was making 10 trades? Well, now you're making 60% a day. Those 10 trades can happen at the same time. It's not like you have to do a 10-minute trade, then a 20-minute trade, then you can just place 10 trades at once. That's what they make orders for. Like, that's what they make limit orders for. All of those wouldn't be right. But if you played 5 trades a day, you could lose 2, you could win 3, you could come out on top, 6% ahead every single day. Man, I really wish I had the credentials and stuff to just be able to guarantee stuff sometimes. But it's all in, it's whether you can handle it or not. It's whether you have the patience to write it out. If it doesn't hit your time frame, will you have fear in the confidence that you had built of your price target? Is that going to scare? Is time going to cause fear of your confidence? Here, I'm going to mute this real quick and shut them. All right, back to business. Oh, Miller Lite too. That's yummy. All right, I think I've been in this. Yeah, it's kind of been a long time. I may have been rambling a lot. Hopefully, this video is at least been informative so far. Like I said, I just can't do much TA because I mean, look how much stuff I have in here, right? And this is all just from doing the videos for you guys. And each one of these, are filled with and I got saying so I gotta get all that stuff like organized like per video instead of recreating one each single time. I try to use something that I've already built, and then I'm afraid to erase any because what if one of these trends are still kind of playing out and I just assume that it broke. You know, there's that potential down here with Elliott wave theories. I assumed this candle. Let me get on it. That candle right there, I assumed broke Elliott waves. Mainly because I was already tempted to call it broken by these. But then it said that new lower low, and then I said that was the end of it. But why does it have to be? Why can't this whole part right here be a wave? Like they don't have. So 1, 2, 3. So A, B, C. C usually sets a lower low. It doesn't have to. It can take off. Support and resistance is the easiest thing to find on a chart. Looking right here, you see empty holes, right? Well, that means that there's a support or resistance somewhere in there. You line your cursor up. That's why I make mine all the way across the screen. So I line my cursor up, and I can see all through right here, all through right there, how those candles hit there. So there's my support line. Guess what? Does that look back tested? Here, let me put one on there. I'll turn my magnet off. All right. It didn't even touch it. It will. It based off of my experience of reviewing charts, and how waves play out. It tells me, kind of like this, the body will probably stay above this line. Okay. We may get a scary moment where it's down here, maybe 0.0125. I call 0.0115, which is, that's almost a freaking penny. 0.0115 will not be broken. Okay, I hope we don't see it. I hope 0.125 is the lowest we go, but the deeper the squat, the higher the jump, right? So I'm not afraid of it. It'll be a fast. Let me just show you. Let me show you today if you're not invested in crypto. So I'm gonna put on the 1 hour chart so you can see a little better. See how fast that happens? That's a V bottom. Boom, out of there. Out quick. Already broke that resistance. Testing it as support. Is fixing to break up. Where's the next resistance line? Well, you can see it right there. Boom. It's gonna hesitate there. It doesn't look like strong resistance. That looks like strong resistance. It's probably gonna hesitate there. Maybe it's not very, so it'll probably hit up there. Then it'll come down. It'll probably back test this level. And then it'll shoot up here and it'll hit this one. Then it'll probably back test this level. Shoot up here and then it'll hit this one and it'll back test this level. And then you'll have a big spike up where you hit this one and you have a scary moment where you don't even back test this, but instead you come down and you test this level right here. Like, in a couple months, come back and review this video and how I said that was going to play out. I can't give you a time frame. That could take a year. That's kind of unrealistic, but it really could happen. That could happen in a month when it comes to crypto. Look at these moves. That's a V bottom. You see that V bottom right there? That's what I want. Because look what happens when you get that V bottom. You retest your support resistance, your trading range. You break out. That's your show of strength. Last point of support. And then your markup. Your uptrend. But that Wyckoff, that's what the markup. So yeah, then this happened. Just understand that there's a lot of manipulation going on in the markets in general, and you can argue that it's not manipulation. It's this and it's that, and but it is 100% manipulation, and there is no arguing it, and they're not good at hiding it. And as long as you know what to look for, it's super easy to see. I'm gonna go ahead and give you this thing. I mean, how many of y'all are on here? I wanted to make sure. I want a few of you to see this, right? So I was just gonna wait and make sure some people was gonna get on here. Uh, this is super cool. First thing I want to say, Bitcoin, Dow Jones. Look at this. You see this structure? Everything plays out the same. It doesn't matter if you're in the stock market, if you're trading currencies, if you're trading crypto, if it's forex, like it does not matter. Everything is based off of each other. Now this ain't what I'm trying to show y'all. Okay, I just want to give you some perspective with this. You got your peak right there. Then you got your retracement, and then here got another dip. Here yes your COVID crash, and then it's right. Dow Jones today. Let me show you this. Dow Jones today, new high. Tell me we're in a bear market, right? Like, tell me that. Because Dow Jones just hit a new high just today, right before close. Oh, wait. Oh, it did get beat. Look, that wick beat it. Oh, man, I didn't even see it. Look, that was a fail. But come on, it is gonna. Oops, it is obviously gonna set a new high probably next week when I think that XRP is gonna hit 0.016. That's pretty much the mark. So it's already look what it's done. It came up, is back testing this resistance level. If it holds another day, 2 would be best, just to show that it's a strong support. Then Dow Jones is breaking out. And you want to see where Dow Jones can go? Let me know. I'm gonna give you just a couple seconds while I do this. Put it in the comments how much higher you think Dow Jones is going to go if it breaks up. Trading at $34,688. Man, I got some cool stuff. Well, one thing I want to show y'all, but that's what I need the 5 participants for. There's more people on here now. So I need 5 people with at least just a basic understanding of technical analysis to try this indicator and just leave some feedback on my site telling everybody like how you did with it. Whether it was good, bad, and it doesn't matter. Nothing will get erased off of there. I want 5 people to try it so that way I can prove the powers of this indicator. And then I want to present it to others. But I'll obviously everybody's got that one tool that's going to make you this millionaire overnight. And that sounds a lot like this. I fought all day. I'm like, how do I stop that? Like, that's not what I'm trying to like perceive. It doesn't matter what time frame, it doesn't matter what chart, the entire history of that chart will prove this indicator works. All right, so what do we got here? 35,000 easy, 37.5, 43K. So that's fairly close, but kind of broad range. I like that. All right, so Fibonacci, right? Fibs don't lie. And there's a reason that the 4.236 is the full Fibonacci extension. Not that charts don't make multiple full Fibonacci extensions, such as like Dogecoin and stuff like consecutively, but you don't plan those. You take the safe bet if you're playing the long game, and you plan the 3.618 to the 4.236 Fibonacci levels. That's what you plan. Watch this. Holy moly! All right, so this is just this crash, this COVID crash right here, and it's still got 36.5 to hit the 1.618 golden ratio, right? 36.5 golden ratio. There's probably gonna be a pretty big retracement right there. Wouldn't you bet? There really hasn't been any serious back test of this previous all-time high. I bet it will hit this 1.618, and then I bet you it's gonna retrace, double tap, back test of the previous all-time high with a V bottom, set it out to go on and set new highs. Now, this isn't my target, okay? This is just a potential. This is just based off of that one structure that was completely out of anybody's control but the government that created it. All right. Then there's this one. Well, now, so what is this one? Oops. This one will tell you the last true swing high, swing low Fibonacci pull, because that's how you accurately use Fibonacci. Swing high to a swing low. All right, you see that? Now, the 0.5, it was, I tell you, if you can't cross it, you're coming all the way back down, double bottom, if you can't cross 0.5. I say it every time. Move this up some. So it'll come down, V bottom, test the resistance, the breakout, the retrace, reaccumulation, then the re-breakout again to get us all the way to 4.236, full Fibonacci extension. You see where it just hesitated here, 3.618. You see where the support and resistance was here, 2.618. Man, I'm talking fast. I feel like I'm on like some crack or something, and I don't have no script in front of me. I didn't prepare for this video but like I just feel like I feel like I'm going fast with this thing. All right. Look at this back test. I mean, that COVID crash. Isn't it weird that it stopped at the 1.618? Look, I can show you another weird coincidence as well. So Dogecoin, right? It does this huge spike that nobody sees ever coming, right? There's no way that this is coming. But look, there's a swing high and a swing low right here. This is just at the top. It couldn't cross the 0.5. It's coming all the way back down to retest it. Like I just said on I guess it was the Dow Jones chart. I don't even know what chart I'm working on because it doesn't matter. I don't have to know what this is. I don't have to know what the company is. I don't have to know what they do. I don't have to know anything other than what this looks like. That's all I got to know. I can take that watermark off of there. I can take anything relevant to the company besides these candles completely off and trade the exact same way. So maybe I was reviewing Dow Jones, or maybe I think it was. So now Dogecoin probably going to come test this, and then it ran 3, I think, full Fibonacci extensions to get up there. But let me show you something about it, because this pertains to how we trade and everything. Oh man, I guess I'll erase that one off of there, but it's just a Fibonacci. It only takes a second. So we pull that to the absolute bottom. Well, let's just do the swing, all right? So swing high to swing low. We could even do this minor one right there, but this major one looks more convincing to me. Put that there. Settings. Reverse. Log scale for sure. So It comes and it spikes, retraces. I mean, it's just blew up past the golden ratio, but now look, it's going to come back and it's going to retest that. But chances are the wicks are at least are going to come down and test that inside of this hole. I mean, you got to look for these holes because they, yeah, I mean, obviously these wicks will come down and they'll absolutely test the bottom of the previous wick. But a lot of the time, and it's a safer bet of timing, is to just plan your entry or exit point based off of the resistance of the inside of those little bubbles or those little, you know what I mean? So inside of those, that resistance, that's your enter and exit point. That's where I always trade at. I mean, look, all right, so this one, it bounced off. Let me try to zoom into it a little bit. Now, I've really taken a long time in this video. I didn't even think it was going to take me long. So you see where it kind of bottomed right there? And it was right on top of this resistance here. Where did this one kind of come and test that? And so it came all the way down to here, which is actually the top of this resistance right there. This one came and it wicked down. Where did it wick down to? To the top of this resistance here. Inside of these little holes. That's your target areas. Now for the surprise. Oh man, I had a video clip I wanted to share with y'all. Dang, I mean, how long y'all want to hang out? Y'all just want to like hang out forever? We watched a movie. I got popcorn. If y'all have popcorn, we could eat it together. Or something. Like BC Backer's my dude. That's one of the things I was talking about. Okay, so it came back to me. Let me take a sip of this beer. I learned TA watching this guy's videos. I don't care if you're invested in XRP. I mean, he goes over the entire crypto market. Just his favorite is XRP, right? It doesn't matter if you're invested in the crypto market at all. This MFer right here is fantastic. All right? Man, y'all please bear with me. You watch this clip, okay? Exactly what I try to say. Just put, I mean, much better.
He's still bullish on Tesla, with it going into an ABC correction, what it appears. And at the same time, she's calling for deflation and rise in value of the US dollar, while we know through history that the fall of the dollar has coincided with big bull runs in crypto. There's a little bit of conflict going on in there for me with inconsistency. So is the inflation trade over? Were retail consumers and investors brought in at the very last second after the dollar had already fallen?
See, this guy, he will explain to you if you just, or you could just go and watch this on your own. I mean, I could just, I'm going to link this video. I meant to do it. I'm gonna link this video in the description. You need to watch this whole thing. Okay. It pertains to markets and technical analysis, not specific investments. Very, 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 very valuable video. I love all his videos. This video right here, though, is my favorite one he's ever done. All right, he killed it on this one. I wish I could. I wish he would be able to see how I'm like praising him for it. Obviously, he's way huger than I'll ever be, and I don't have time for my little peon self. But all right, so he will explain to you why everything's taking so long.
Found its bottom in early January of 2021. Retail investors and the public didn't get told about it until February, March, and April. Be scared. Was it too late? Well, that's going to be up for everybody to decide on their own. But for me, I take a look at something like this and I say, inflation is not done. Now, you may not know this about me because I haven't talked about it in a long time, but I used to work in supply chain, international supply chain. I dealt with a lot of these 40-foot, 40-foot containers, 40-foot high cube, having them shipped around the world. And I know a lot about them, and I know about time and how long things take to happen and what costs are usually like. And the costs that we're seeing for trade and goods to travel around the world right now is insane. Typically, to get a 40-foot cube or a 40-foot high cube from China to the United States, or from like Shenzhen over to Long Beach, California, costs about $1,500 to $1,700 just for the freight cost. So that's just
sixteen
the cost of
hundred
putting the
dollars from China
container
to
on the
U.S.
boat and getting it off the boat on the other side of the world. 15 to
1,600. That's it.
$1,700 has been the typical rate for the last several years, and really looking at this chart, you see for the last decade. However, over the course of the last 6 to 8 months, prices have skyrocketed. We had an initial surge in the cost of shipping that took place back here in November and December into January, where prices completely broke out. They left a range, they left a price area that they've never been to before. And the cost to get a container from that part of China to, that part of California went to about $5,000. Prices stayed flat there at about the same rate, kind of trending down a little bit. You can see here for the first half of 2021. But now suddenly prices are skyrocketing again. And now the cost to get that same container from Shenzhen, China to Long Beach, California is no longer $1,500. It's no longer $4,000. It's now $9,000.
9,000. It was
One of the other things
1,600.
is that you notice
9,000 in
that
6
not many people were
months.
talking about inflation in 2020.
Wow.
We know that for a fact. We can look at the Google Trend search history. Nobody was searching for inflation in 2020, even though we were printing the most ever. And then now everybody's starting to notice that the cost of the things that they want are more expensive, whether it's lumber or whether it's copper, right? But every little item that you buy is getting a little bit more expensive. And inflation is one of those things that the fear of inflation is more impactful than the actual inflation itself. We know that the dollar over the course of the last
it's buying into the news, selling at the news. People hear about inflation and they fear that, and come on.
Last year and a half, lost about 10% of its value. But during that time, Bitcoin went from $4,000 to $65,000. Is that an equal weighting of what the price change of Bitcoin should have been? No, it's not. If the dollar went down by 10%, Bitcoin should have gone up by 10 or 15% to offset that, to be a store of value. But instead, Bitcoin went insane. And why would people be so irrational to buy Bitcoin at $60,000, $65,000 when the price was only $4,000 a year prior? Because the narrative of inflation, the fear of inflation can drive people to make decisions. And a lot of the inflation that we saw happen was delayed, right? It was based on consequences of things that had happened prior. And a lot of these goods that we're seeing right here from this initial boat or this initial surge that happened right in here, those don't end up hitting retail consumers until about 60 to 90 days after that.
I'm playing
so
it through a TV through a microphone.
In January, people are not going to see those huge price increases on the end consumer product till March, April, or May. And I know how it works.
3 to 4 months.
You place an order overseas to have something manufactured. If you're like the super mega fidget spinner manufacturer or distributor in the United States and you need a bunch of fidget spinners, you're going to place an order overseas, take 45 days to manufacture it. Now with port delays, port congestion, you're going to buy a container. It's going to sit at the port for 2 weeks. It's going to get on a boat. It's going to take 20 to 25 days to travel to California. It's going to sit there at that port for another week or two. Finally, you're going to pick it up, take it to your warehouse. You're going to palletize it all, and then distribute it out to all of your different retailers or wherever you're going. Amazon,
doesn't that make so much sense?
But there's this big delay, right? So you place your order, you pay for it, you agree to the shipping cost, and then there's still that 2 weeks of sitting at port. There's still that 3 weeks at seas. There's still that other 2 weeks sitting at the next port. And then there's the time of getting it in your warehouse and prepping it and preparing it to distribute it out to retailers. And there's just this big time delay. So that this cost that you see, this rising cost, doesn't get to the end consumer until months later. And what we
month,
saw happen right
3 to
here
4
was these
months,
rising, skyrocketing prices
but
of
we didn't get
shipping that
affected till
absolutely get
months
passed
later.
on to the consumer. The end consumer ends up covering those additional costs that a retailer or manufacturer has to have. And we see that the inflation worry, the big fear of inflation, didn't come in until May, right? First initial spike over here in late February, early March, and then
Knowing
the
we was
big spike of
printing
it over here
billions
in
of
May.
dollars
Prices chilled out for a couple of
in
months over
2020.
here, and then now we're going on a second round of it.
That's got
Skyrocketing
to retrace,
costs for
right?
shipping
How
of
is
goods.
inflation
I
going to
know everybody
continue?
has their own, personal
That
beliefs
has
on
to
whether or not
retrace.
you're
It has
consuming
to back
imported
test
goods or exported
those
goods
resistance
or you're
levels.
consuming domestic products. But the
Has to.
reality is we all consume imported
Deflation,
products.
not
Take a look at
inflation.
the shoes that you're wearing. Take a look at the t-shirt that you're wearing. Take a look at the mouse and the keyboard and your phone and your
I'm
computer
gonna just
monitor that you're looking at.
for the sake of my stream, I'm gonna link this in the video, but I mean I'll just show you which one it is in case you're wanting to watch it before I'm able to link it here in the next little bit. This one right here 3 days ago, he posted a video almost every single weekday, every single trading day. Well, weekday because crypto trades 7 days a week. But it's this video right here. Inflation signs point to yes. 3 days ago. Give it a watch. I'm gonna add it to the description. Fantastic all the way through. Kathy Wood. That's the one I was trying to say. I mean, she timed the top of Tesla even during a 5-to-1 split. How do you? But she predicted it at like $4,500, and the chart only shows it going to 700. But it was or something along those lines. But it was a 5-to-1 split, so it makes sense. Like, well, she predicted $5,000, and if it wasn't for the split, it would have related to like a $4,500. And she called this at like $100 or whatever. I mean, it was like low. She called the stuff, and she done it with Bitcoin. She's done it a couple of times, and she's calling for inflation to continue, or no, she's calling for deflation, and not inflation. But I'm sorry, like it's too sprung up, and there's too much of a weight. Right, so these retailers or distributors or whatever, it's hard for them to predict what the rates are going to be that many months in advance. So people are taking advantage of the high rates and are going to try to keep them up there. And I feel like the inflation will continue all the way through 2021, and then that'll be the end of it. And that's along the lines of what BC Backer, blockchain backer, BC Backer, it's along the lines of what he thinks as well. So to get that confirmation to him, thinking the same things as me, just put a whole lot better, was very reassuring. So on to this thing. So the DXY chart, I mentioned it the other day. This right here is my swag. Like, it's crazy. All right, so look up and I should have already had it on here, but I didn't have enough time. It was on my list to have go ahead and have pulled up. But look up the relationship between the U.S. dollar currency index and the U.S. stock market. What it tells you is as the dollar increases, your stock value increases. As the dollar decreases, your stock value decreases. And on a macro trend level, now, and I'm talking about for something like this, like, okay, sure, it probably on a macro trend follows it, like a master, like a grandmaster trend, right? Everything in between, at least in current price levels, are different. This is the part I'm going to edit out. All right. I'm just kind of in a way, and in my opinion, I feel like this is a gift to y'all. And this gift is for joining me in this live stream and supporting me through doing this. I've enjoyed it so much, and I want to keep doing it. I want to build my base some. I want to help as many people as I can help. So I want to be able to get on here one day and do a live stream and have 1,000 people on here, and maybe that's a low goal, but I ain't trying to be like, I ain't gonna quit my job and just do YouTube ever, never ever. I don't care if I have 10 million subscribers, like I don't want to do that. So, but I want to help as many people as I can. So I feel like this is a gift to just kind of show you, and I could be completely wrong, and I admit that. But just let me just show you. Let me show you. All right, let me put this on 4 hour. This one, let's just put it to. Okay, just did it over here, couldn't I? TLSS. It is kind of out of the way. All right, so we got a dollar currency average, and we got TLSS. I'm gonna put it on 2 hour. Turn some of this crap off. I don't even know why I saw it. All right. Now, it's time to show you something. Zoom out and get this whole trend thing played out here, right? May. See, May. Woohoo. Look, May. Woohoo. Oh. All right. That's pretty, you get the idea. That's pretty lined up. Let me show you something. Man, I wish I could. Let me hide all those or something. Boom, that was easy. All right. Test resistance, test resistance, test resistance, test resistance. I mean, it's gonna break through this level. Okay? It will. Sure. And it's gonna come up and it's gonna hit 94. Right? But at the same time, it never, like I showed you all the holes and how they have to back test them, right? It never back tested here. You can see it's empty on the future side of this hole. It's empty. Ain't nothing there. Well, guess what? There will be. I don't know when it'll be. There will be something there at some point. All right? When that starts dropping quickly is when we will actually start running quickly. So when the dollar's dropping, your stock value is dropping, well, if my stock value is dropping, why is my portfolio increasing? That doesn't make sense. Let me show you. All right, and it's not on an exact time. It is more and more. Okay, Arity's got a good point, but I only argue that people will always react the same. Period. Because there's always going to be new people coming in. There's always going to be people that, I mean, I don't know. Just take your pick on what type of people are coming in. All right? Right here, January 6th, okay, the dollar bottomed. January 6th, the dollar bottomed. All right, where's January 6th? Shit, look at that. On January, look at on January 5th. It bottomed. We peaked. All right, so yeah, then it climbed. But it was February 4th. That was the peak of that, all right? Where's February 4th? Oh my God, look at that. February 4th was our bottom of that. It rose, we dropped. It dropped, we rose. This ain't the only chart. I mean, I did it to, this is used a lot in crypto, okay? Because people put their dollars into crypto during fears of inflations and stuff along those lines. Well, we want the dollar currency to trend up as slow as it absolutely can. Okay? And then we can take advantage of that bullish momentum and create our own penny stock style waves within it. That's what we're looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Daggone, already an hour and 12 minutes. I've been talking my head. I ain't even stopped talking yet. So all right, 0-6 today. Let me just get into this real. I'm gonna make this quick, bro. I'm gonna try to wrap it up. I swear. All right, so I said 0-6 today, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because, and man, I really wish it may be better, honestly, if I do it like that. I might can see a little better. All right. I wish I would just go off of there. All right. This is why. I made that comment. Oh, why didn't I? Oh, I do have it pulled up. When did I make that comment? I made it at. So I told you to mark the comment, right? I don't even see my freaking. All right. 3:53 a.m. Central Time. All right. Let me show you something. Let me go to the 5-minute chart. 3:53 a.m. July 16th. I said 0.016 today because I felt like it was going to climb today. And 3:53. So probably at 3:50, 3 minutes to sign in, type comment, blah, blah, blah. 3:50 this morning on the 5-minute chart. 3:50, 3:50. 3:50. Right here. That candle. All right, let's go to the 1 minute. All right. 3. I'm just trying to show you the power of this because it's mind blowing to me. 3:50. Get on zoomed on in here. All right, so mind you, this is the bottom. You see that? The absolute bottom, right here. All right, hold on. At 3:50, I put that seen it and started typing that message. Right here. That candle right there. Actually, it was probably this one, to be honest. It was probably 3:51. Probably that one right there. Yeah, that's what it was because it broke resistance right here. And I said, that's it. It's coming on down. Well, and it did. All right. So at 3:51, so right here, I called that. Now, of this entire structure, I posted that comment right there and told you to take note of when I did it. Ain't that crazy? Now, there's other technical tools that I use to kind of, my Fibonacci levels and, this and that. And I can kind of go over that stuff, just obviously not in this live stream. But I seen that it was coming down. It was my guess. And obviously, it was just a wrong guess. That happens. It was a wrong timing guess. It wasn't a wrong trend guess. It was just going to go from there. So I was going to keep as much profit as I could with what I had while it crashed. Then it didn't really crash. It came up. No, it will. So I'm just not going to pay much attention to it, other than just studying it for other things. And this, it will come back down and it'll do like I think that it will. Why? Look at the daily chart. Double bottom. So it's going to shoot up and it's going to hit this 97 level. It was going to do that. All right? That's just how charts play out. When you look at a chart enough, you just know. You're just like, okay, so you just know how the structures play out. This is a typical correction structure. You have, let me put it on here and just show you, just real quick. I ain't trying to do Elliott waves, but you have 1, 2, 3. Oh, well, actually, yeah. So 3, 4, 5. On wave 5, you also have to have 5 waves. It ain't a wave 5 unless it has 5 waves, okay? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. A, B, C correction as your fifth fucking wave. That is a crash structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth wave has a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you retrace. You have battle resistance. What did it do? Retrace battle resistance. It comes down to retest support. Well, that's what it did. All right. And it'll pop up, and then it is going to just break down completely. That's my prediction. The dollar will come up to 97. At that point, when it hits 97, is when the reset will happen. Is when cryptocurrencies will start taking over. All that kind of stuff. This is my prediction to you live right now. $97 dollar currency. 97 like dollar currency index. That narrative will come out to make people want to hold the dollar as opposed to hold a stock, right? Because they're gonna be so bullish on this dollar. Like this dollar, with $1 is worth like 100 or is worth $1.10. You believe that? Like that's like 10 free cents, dude. All right, well, yeah, but for like the last year, it's been worth 88 cents, and you've been giving them $1. So you're giving them 22 extra, or 8 whatever it is, 12 extra cents. You're giving them every time you pay. Every time you pay $1, you're giving them 12 extra cents. Think if you paid $50, how much is that? That's the dollar. It'll rise up 97. That narrative will come out, trap people into the dollar while they dispose of it, and it crashes into the game. Why? Because we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look. Let me show you. This is God. No. Sorry about the yelling. All right. All right. So you have 1, 2, 3. No. See that? No, they got me all jacked up barking. All right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Hold on. Inside that wave 5, you have. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see. And this is on the daily. I mean, I probably should take it to like the 2 hours so you can actually see the wave 5. Man, I hate dogs. I don't know why I get dogs, you know? I just get them just so I can just not like them. All right. So this is the top. Then you have your 1. That should actually come down here. 2. I can't see this one good. I'm just going to put these on here. And then I'm going to zoom it out to 4 hours or something. All right, so 1, 2. That should actually go 1, 2, 3, 4. This is it. This is the right one. 5. All right. So you have. I just need to make this one chart. So you have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your fifth wave has your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What happens after that is you get wave 6. That comes up into wave 4 of wave 5. You get your retracement. This is actually. Yeah. Come down, you know, whatever it is. It probably set a new low, then it'll run out. But that's should have been way through. And I'm kind of go off. I'm gonna kind of go off on a lot here. The main thing is the biggest you can compare when you see that the dollar is testing resistances. Like this is like if you're like day trading, right? That's what everybody wants to do, right? But everybody wants to do it successfully, and how hard is that? I'm showing you a way, and I want 5 participants to do it. It ain't gonna cost them nothing but what they want it to cost them, right? Or it'll gain them everything that they never thought it would. Okay, just those 5 participants, just to be able to put some feedback on my site about it before I release it. Just have some kind of proof on it and reviews on it and stuff. All right, so you see that it's hitting a certain resistance, or a certain support. You can time your trades to kind of coincide with that. I was fixing to run up, so my candle's fixing to come down. Like, that's the difference in it. It's not the overall trend. It's when this candle goes up, this candle goes down. When this microwave plays out, when this microwave is bullish, this microwave is bearish. You got to go in and compare your specific chart if it's not even TLSS. I don't really want to publicly, like, I don't really want to just go in and just really break down the a chart layover and comparing and showing the differences and all that kind of stuff. I'm editing all this out, so this is all a waste for me as far as video content goes, other than to just give it to you. So there's that. I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep. Y'all tell me, should I just keep it or what? Should I just let everybody view it? I mean, it's not that serious of a thing, but it's one of those things where if everybody starts adapting to something, then it kind of starts to change, kind of like Arity is referring to, and kind of how Wyckoff has changed. So one of the rules that was originally established with Wyckoff accumulation is that wave 4 cannot interfere with wave 1. More times than not, wave 4 will interfere with wave 1. Now, why is that? Because Elliott waves is popular. Everybody's heard of Elliott waves. Nobody knows how to trade them. So then you throw in that, well, it's supposed to retrace at this level, and it just broke it. Oh shit, bro! Like, we gotta get out, bro. And well, it was just a little spike down. It was just a little it was just a little wick. It was just enough to scare you out. That was it. Hi, babe. You want to say to YouTube?
I was on purple.
She was on purple today. That means she got treasure chest. She was good. Didn't get in no trouble. You want to tell him? It's YouTube and Reddit.
Where's that people?
YouTube and Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, YouTube and Reddit. I'm on YouTube right now.
I heard you talking.
Yeah. Well, I'm about done. I'm gonna go through and hey guys, I'm gonna read through a couple of these comments and try to answer some of these questions. Hit me up on here if you are interested in being one of those 5 participants on that. Let me just show you it real quick. I'm not gonna explain it to you. I'm not anything. I'm just going to show you exactly what it looks like and let you decide if it's something you want to try. Any time frame. You can trade it on the 1 minute. You can trade it on the 1 month. Does not matter. Now, I will admit that this is not my indicator. It's an indicator I found, but also found to be completely accurate. That's the only way to put it, and I hate putting it that way when it comes to stocks. All right, let me turn it on. So I go to my indicators, favorites. Boop. Turn that on real quick. That looks like a lot, right? Looks like a lot, but it's not. It shows you your trends, whether you're in a bull trend or a bear trend. It's got all this, man, it's got stuff. It is fully customizable. It's multiple indicators built in one. It looks like a jumbled up mess. I stress so much not to jumble up your chart. Oh, you know what? I forgot something else here. I gotta turn. This goes, no, not that one. Object tree. Boom. That goes with it. So you use your RSI with these, you win every time. every time. Every time. Now, I gotta admit, I haven't went in and I haven't done this for a couple months, but what I have done is I've went back a couple months and seen how perfectly this plays out, and I will present you, exactly how to use it, exactly how to get set up perfect for you, and explain to you how you can profit from this. And I'm not saying you're going to be a millionaire overnight. I'm talking about 4-6% a day per trade, 4-6% per trade. But you know what? 4% of $1,000, $40. Like, I'll take it. 440? Yeah, yes. Four. I don't know. So whatever it is, it's money, and I'll take it, because if I make 4 trades that day, and if I spend 4 days trading, that's a good bit of money. Let me know you want to do this. I would be super appreciative. You'll be super appreciative. Do each of us a favor. Let me read through a couple of these comments. I'll put this on mute real quick. If you want to go crack open a beer, just put a dip in, whatever it is. Be right back in 1 second. Duh, I got so distracted. I did a freaking weekly candle close and didn't even stream the candle close. Do you believe that? Holy, that's just me right there. That is absolutely 100% me. That's what the hell I do. Holy crap, do a weekly candle stream and I don't even show the close. Thank y'all for pointing that out. 153? That's what 149. What in the... Bruh. Look. Start from using it. Woo, retest this level right here. This ain't much. Maybe a good back test of these holes. Maybe that's all it's gonna take. That's enough for V. Gone. We are so close. Even if it's a couple weeks, we are so close. As much money as I'm gonna make off of this, with my average and so, I'll wait a few weeks. Gosh, I'll wait a few months. I don't care. No, I'm gonna make. All right, let's see. I'll do Dow Jones real quick, because that's kind of an important one, I guess. I didn't actually state where I thought it was gonna top out at. Yep, 38,894. 39,000. Nah. And this is me. Haven't made a Dow Jones top prediction yet. This is me doing it right now. This is my analysis, okay? Boom, boom. We got... Let's see. Whew. I gotta zoom way on out of this thing. We got... Oh my gosh. I make it... I gotta do it on the monthly or something. Huh, look at that. Ain't that just crazy? That is nuts. Alright. That's bullish. What if we came all the way down and retested this? $361. Wouldn't that be something? It's never been tested before. It would have been more than likely hit this level if it was to do that. $169. That'd be... I think 952 would save it. Yep, 30, 41, 2, 41 and 42, maybe. Top for Dow Jones. Boom. Crash. It come down, it stutter right here for a second. Probably be wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4. Let me just write it down here. It'd probably be something along. Look at that. I'm getting all kind of swirly. Let me undo that one. I swear to drunk, I'm not God. All right. It was a magnet. That's what did it. Huh. Should we kind of go up and peek over? Let me do that again. Let me show you. Let me show you like real. Kind of come up. Yeah. Boom. It hesitate. Hit it. Oh, can't do it. Come back up. Oh shit. Okay. Come back up. Oh, almost. Oh yay. Yeah, we finally did it. Woo! Look at that. Oh no, what happened? Boom. 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 It just crashed. Pretty much. That's it. Probably stop right there. Something along those lines. November of 2034. Looks pretty realistic. I wonder if there's any contracts made. You trade some options for 2034. No, but like really, like that's about the shape that I would anticipate that structure. So maybe 10 years from now, it bottoms out. It could bottom out all the way down here. Could you imagine our kids, those of us like my generation, in 30s, could you imagine our kids 10 years from now if Dow Jones and stuff was down at 11,000? Think of the retracement after that. Think of the bullishness you need to embed in your kids to take advantage of that. I mean, holy crap. Buy that dip. It come down to 10,000, it's gonna come back up to 26. You know what I mean? Like, here, let me put it. It'll come back up to the 702. So, like, say that's the top. Say that's the bottom. All right, let me get rid of this one. It'll come up to the 702. 28,000. I think that's what it said. I was just guessing. I don't even know if that's what it said, to be honest. I'm just, y'all don't really got too many questions. I can address some in the comments or whatever I need to do, but I think I'm just gonna kind of leave it off on here. Please, please somebody volunteer to try this out. You can message me privately on Reddit or you can comment on here or you can go to my site. I got plenty of options. But this has been so long, and I've just made this an entire event. But it's been fun and I enjoyed it. I kept the energy. I liked how this video, like how the flow went. I think it was a lot better. Maybe over a couple days you'd be able to get through it. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and just let everybody see that comparison and just call that good because I love everybody. Everybody's awesome. So I want to just give whatever gifts I can to anybody that needs one or wants one. Dow Jones gonna set a new high in July. New high in July. Why? You want to know why it's gonna set a new high in July? Yeah, you like this. That's why. Just a little, just boop, and then down. Back up, back down. Ooh, way back up. And that's just how the charts do it. I mean, if you look at it. Now I can sit here on a 1 hour chart. Let me sit here. This is what I do. You can't see me, but I'm just staring at it. A 1 hour chart. I'll just sit there hours. But you know what? Now I can zoom out. And it doesn't matter if you're trading a minute chart, weekly chart, monthly chart, hourly chart. It doesn't matter. Broccoli. It's all the exact same. So I can zoom out here and I can fully analyze it without a price target. Fully analyze it just like this. This one view. No indicators on my screen. No nothing. And we had this high here. It broke it. retested it, the breakthrough, the retest, there's reaccumulation, like the retest of it, last point of support, basically, and it breaking off with a V bottom. That's what we want, right? It's a V bottom. Break it off. No, V bottom. That's what we want. V bottom. Boom, gone. V bottom. Boom, gone. I mean, they're everywhere, right? V bottom. New highs. That's what we want. Love you guys. Oh, thank you if you stuck with me for at least like the majority of it. You're freaking awesome. Dang, like I wish I could just like if you spend an hour and 40 minutes with me, I want to reward you. I don't know how. I'll tell you how. That indicator. Be one of the 5. Come on, just try it. You know, I'm not asking you to do anything with. You don't even have to actually trade with it. Well, use it, get familiar with it, test it out on multiple charts, and then just kind of give some feedback on my site saying, yeah, like this looks extremely. Whatever your opinion, please. And thank y'all, and I'll probably catch y'all tomorrow on Reddit. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe, comment all the YouTube Mama Jumbo stuff. And I'm not a financial advisor or a crystal ball maker. I don't know black magic, a little bit of voodoo, but yep, that's that. Catch y'all next time, I guess. Peace out.